Welcome to another mini episode of Big Fellas. This is episode 19.5. It's me, Saber, and I'm here with Tarumo.
That's me.
And today it's not just any sort of point .5 episode, but it's also another installment of Maldern Malder.
Consider it Maldern Warfare 2.
Yeah, because oh boy, Call of Duty Vanguard, Warzone, the new map, and the new updates that just fucked everything up.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yep. So, first things first, we should talk about the new map itself right off the bat.
I got early, early access because I pre-ordered Vanguard and stuff, which was my mistake. Like, I pre-ordered it so you don't have to. But anyways, my first, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, what I thought of the map at first is
Your
I
first
don't,
impression.
yeah, my first impression, I don't like it. Like that's easy to say just going off, oh, it's different, so different bad, but I can't you I guess it makes sense. You can't use modern guns in a, flashback.
Well, that's
But
if you're
you were
that's if you're playing the Vanguard Royale. There's the normal one you can drop in as a modern operator with modern guns, but
I'm pretty sure I played on like Rebirth is sort of a flashback, but you can still play with Modern Warfare guns there.
yeah,
I'm playing on Caldera Resurgence or Vanguard Resurgence, and I still have to use like World War II classes. So that sucks. I can't use my operators on that, so that sucks. I can only use the Vanguard ones.
yeah. If you play just like the what other options that they have, then you can do that. But even then, it's just like the already the with like the patch notes and stuff. Already, Cold War guns are all getting a whole bunch of nerfs, and um, and then people are complaining like, oh, this weapon I used from Cold War was my favorite. Now I can't use it anymore. How do you think we Modern Warfare guys felt when our guns kept getting nerfed and nerfed and nerfed, and your guns were getting buffed all the way to having like zero recoil? It's the exact same thing. And then Raven Software said, "Oh, we're not going to like after this update, we're not going to touch any more Modern Warfare guns." Back in like before Season 6, and then guess what? The AMAX now has increased recoil and decreased headshot damage, and all this other stuff for Modern Warfare guns. And it's just like you said you wouldn't touch it, yet you're still nerfing them to the ground. And it's just so that all these untested Vanguard guns are gonna dominate the meta. You're gonna have all of them stupid clickbait YouTubers being like, guys, check this out. This weapon got a secret buff. And then it's just showing like fucking SCG with like the longest barrel, no stock, and a big old night vision sight.
It's like how the Allies won World War II.
With a drum mag M1 Grand with a Russian scope.
Yeah, my it's like my grandpa was killed on the beaches of Normandy by a sawed-off MG42 that takes away the whole thing where the barrel's interchangeable on the weapon itself.
Yeah, and it was interchangeable because, oh yeah, you shoot, a whole belt with this thing, it's gonna heat up, so you gotta change out the barrel with a new one, because it's like, oh, it's glowing hot. Otherwise, your gun's just gonna melt. But oh no, just put on just do a shorter barrel. That'll alleviate the problem, surely.
That surely won't cause any problems feeding an entire belt through this thing while running around,
Yeah,
like how cool. Yeah. My grandpa, he ran around with a, sawed-off MG42, just camping corners. How World War II was.
my grandpa had a Springfield rifle with the bear with the stock cut off and replaced with a wire, and this like a wooden a Thompson foregrip just glued onto the front.
Yeah, yeah. I was really. My grandpa said the Japanese really scary. Saw them in some demon armor. Yeah.
Oh, and all yeah, and not like that. I'm just looking at the weapons, and and like the first new bundles of the season, and then like um what like four or five of them that had an operator skin were all for what's her name, Constantine.
I think so. The German lady.
Yeah, there's like she's got like four different skins already. And I mean, like Paulina and like a few others already got some skins from like pre-ordering it, but and then there's skins in the battle pass for like other characters, but like holy shit, why does she have so many skins?
They're trying to appeal to the people who have a German dommy mommy fetish.
German dommy mommy lesbian fetish, yeah, with a
But
2020 haircut in 1942.
but they'll give her all these kind of skins, but they won't give her like what what I can't really think of words right now, but like an accurate World War II German officer skin.
No, they just got to give her. They got to get the most they'll give her is an Imperial German uniform from World War One with like the freaking the hats that they had, those helmets with the spikes on top, and but like she'll have like an American Browning automatic rifle as a part of the bundle because like oh yeah, that's totally what they used.
I get they wanted to make the game like, based around World War II and not like entirely accurate, but it's like alternative history, but
Yeah, that's their
come on.
excuse.
That's their is that really their excuse to make things as bad as they did?
I swear, this game makes Battlefield 5 look like a historical documentary.
Like at least like what is it? At least Dice and them are doing something like and addressing their issues, but have you seen Sledgehammer? Like, have you seen how they just basically, oh, we're on vacation now.
Yeah,
Bye.
fuck yeah, and it's fine if you're gonna make a historical, fiction or whatever, alternate history, but don't do that. Don't say in the marketing that this is real World War II or experience the war in, through your own perspective and all that. And then turn around and say, "Oh yeah, this is alternate history. That's why you can put a red dot sight on your Thompson, cut the barrel down to like 2 inches, and have a wire stock."
Have you played? Well, I don't know why I'm asking this question. Of course, you didn't play the Vanguard story. You don't have the game.
Yeah, no, but I've seen a lot of the campaign, and oh, holy shit!
Like, at least Cold War like did something that like has real life ties and stuff, and like it like at the end of the campaign, spoiler alert, but it's been like almost a year, so you should have already beat the campaign or been spoiled on it, but at least they don't go into, oh yeah, with the actual true ending, we killed quote unquote Perseus, or we stopped Perseus's plan. Like, at least they didn't go that route. Like, at least they didn't go, yeah, we killed the Perseus, because in real life, like, we don't know who Perseus is, so they don't know who Perseus is. It's more likely how they explain as an ideal instead of a real person.
Yeah, who knows? The real Perseus could be listening to Big Fellas. We don't know.
Yeah, he could be a fan, but here in Vanguard, they're like, oh yeah,
We
yep.
did it. We did it. We stopped the Germans. This group of the World War II Avengers.
Remember Hitler? Yeah, remember how he killed himself? Let us remind you that.
Yeah. Oh,
We did it.
and let's just tie in everything else. Oh, look, it's Project Nova. Look, see, you get look, old OG fans, see, yeah. Oh, Project End Station. Oh, look, we're tying it to Cold War zombies. Yeah, here we go.
Guys, Project Ether, Ether, you remember them?
Oh, it just feels like it feels like they're trying to go for just an MCU sort of thing, which is fine. But the fact that you're taking, you're if you want to say like this is like a diesel punk, well, like go with the route with Origins in Black Ops 2 Zombies. Like that was it was World War One, but it was like a diesel punk World War One where they already developed like the MP40 and SCG, so that's why you have Imperial German soldiers running around with those weapons. Uh but here you're just like, oh yeah, this is what World War Two really was like.
It's like, hey, yeah, in Origins, at least they had a reason why all this was like possible in that time. Like, oh, it was because of the element 115 that gave us like this great power to do this great stuff. But when you do it in Vanguard, like they don't have anything special in their story that makes like trying to tie all this in and like, oh yeah, ancient artifacts. Quick, cram that in. They're so old that yeah, magic,
Mm-hmm.
demons.
In some ways, it's almost like bringing back Sledgehammer's original like Nazi zombies into it, but also like mixing it with the Dark Ether story. Because you've got that muck who's like, oh yeah, I made a pact with these demons, and now the Third Reich's gonna have super powerful super soldiers or whatever. But like trying to tie that in with a campaign that's like trying to keep itself like as like a grounded story, but it's really not. And then you've got things like what let's see, what sort of superhuman feats did these people do? Paulina supposedly inspires the rest of the Red Army, and so they push back against the Russians or something like that. Or oh, I don't fucking know. These characters are so generic, it hurts.
Like and the story's so short. Like, why should we care about these people we just met that get captured like in the first mission, and it's just basically a flashback until the last mission? They give
Yeah,
us like maybe one or two missions per special character, and that's about it. That's all we got to like really care about them. And
yeah.
their lines in like multiplayer and zombies when you play as them are so like bare bones.
It's almost like they didn't care about the writing. They wanted to get this game out because they wanted their yearly quota. I mean, at least like Cold War's campaign at least did new stuff where you could like explore around and and find alternate ways to tackle objectives, which was really nice. It felt kind of more open world in that way. Like
And we had characters that like we had history with, even if it wasn't their old voice actors, it was still the characters.
yeah, it was still Mason and Woods and Hudson, and then in Zombies we had Weaver because we haven't seen him since the first Black Ops, and they still try, and not only that, but it got a lot of people to connect with Adler, with Bell, with Lazar, in Sims. It helped. We at least still got to connect with these new characters they gave us. Even with the confines of this like you know story that's it's meant to be like it's clandestine, off the books, you're not supposed to know about it, no one in public should know what's going on, which is kind of the charm with Black Ops. That's why they're kind of able to get away with a lot of stuff they do, because it's meant to be written off as fiction, because the governments are supposed to deny what actually happens. That's why there's so all the cover-ups and stuff. But then when you have an actual world war, you have a big historic event, and then you have and then you have this thing happen that sounds like it should have been talked about, but it's like, oh no, it's just it's our World War II fan fiction, guys. Don't worry. There was definitely women on the front lines.
Yeah, and like in Cold War's campaign, like you at least you like you said, you got with the newer characters, Sims and Adler and them, you got to at least know a bit more about them because you actually got to interact with them, like in between missions at the safe house and stuff.
Yeah.
In these ones, it's just this this character, next chapter, this character, next chapter, this character, next chapter, this old the Polina again, move, keep moving.
Mm-hmm. And with in Modern Warfare's campaign, as basic as it kind of was, and then it kind of also got a little controversial by taking an event, um, an atrocity that was committed by U.S. By U.S. military forces, and then blaming it on the Russians and all this other stuff. And then like in the campaign, it's like, oh, Russians bad, kind of just taking a step back to the original Modern Warfare's, but it still had a pretty a pretty cohesive story with some really good characters. We got a brand new take on Price, and then turns out we were playing as a new version of Gaz this whole time, and then we were going to build up to basically bringing together a new version of Task Force 141, and it felt more like a much better story, and it didn't really do too much stuff new, but it did give some like really kind of like somewhat controversial scenes, or at least scenes to kind of really make you feel tense, which that has going for it. And then Cold War has its own stuff where you have characters that get developed on their own time and all this sorts of stuff, and where you can make your own sort of choices on how to tackle things compared to just World War II Avengers.
Can we just talk about how like Modern Warfare 2019 and Black Ops Cold War are like bringing stories together? Like I didn't play much. I didn't finish the Modern Warfare 2019 campaign. Like I'm still doing that, but like like you said, I got spoiled on the end. It's old. It's 2019. It's
Mm-hmm.
a 2019 game. It's not really spoilers anymore, but at the end, right, he's bringing up these names that people are recognizing, like, and that's bringing together, like, oh yeah, it's Modern Warfare basically being rebooted, but it's still bringing in like, it's bringing things together. Like, we ain't just like, oh, dumping these old characters from the old one. It's like a reboot.
Yeah.
We're bringing them back, and then with Cold War, it's like we're gonna tie in Modern Warfare's world with our world by having Zakayev like in the what is it, the Kremlin,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's tying in, and then with Warzone's like tying in all these things together, and with Vanguard, how do they tie things at the end? Project this, project that at the end. Boom, there you go. There's fan service. See ya.
Yep. And I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine if they do connect the universes together, because it makes sense. It's all under the Call of Duty name. I'm not
Yeah,
surprised that they would have done it before, because even then in older games they often they'll make sort of references like Infinite Warfare. There's a ship or whatever that's called the 141, and then and you can even find a like some I can't remember exactly, but there's like a terminal or something that you can find and has, or there's something you can find that has the names of like Task Force 141 members, and that is sort of meant to be more of an Easter egg and not really saying that like, oh yeah, Infinite Warfare is the future for the Modern Warfare trilogy or something like that. But
but
it would still make
yeah,
sense. It would still make sense to be like, oh yeah, you have like the historic World War Twos that Infinity War did back in the beginning of the series, and because even then there was a Captain Price who they confirmed was the grandfather of John Price from Modern Warfare, and then but then saying that after the events of the Modern Warfare trilogy, then Ghost happens, and there's a big thing that goes on, and then afterwards we push on to the future, and then we have Infinite Warfare or whatever. But with this rebooted timeline, it's combining this new Modern Warfare with the original Black Ops storyline, and then now they're having to tie it in with what happened in World War Two.
but the way Vanguard does it just so lazy. Like at least there was like I'm just saying like their Cold War people hate on it, but the way that like things are tying in, how they're tying universes together all in one and stuff, like stories at different times. I feel like the previous two games did it better than Vanguard, because Vanguard just sound at the end it just sounds like we're gonna reference these things, we're gonna say some names. If people know what they are, good on them. If people don't know, that's on them.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, if they don't know, they're gonna find out by someone who knows, because what's his fucking name, Ink Slasher or whatever, is just gonna do a 20-minute video talking about how it all ties together or whatever. And he's like, it'll be titled like the true story of Project Nova or whatever.
Did you see that one operator bundle that's gonna have like I forgot who it's for, but it has basically this operator wearing like a ghost mask, like the ghost,
Really?
like Call of Duty ghosts, those little cloth
Yeah.
ones with the design. How are they gonna tie that in, I wonder?
I mean, the thing is that with Modern Warfare and Warzone, is that we had Ghost, and then we had Mace, who also wears a similar mask to him, and the developers even confirmed that the two of them had history, and then things between them were sort of shaky. So that already could have been a hint that like they want to reboot the Ghost storyline and maybe have them two as a part of it in some way, but who knows?
But I thought what's his face at the end of the campaign said there won't be any ghosts, and that just confirmed no sequels.
There is no Ghost.
There won't be any ghosts.
There won't be any more Call of Duty Ghosts. Roll credits.
Going back to Call of Duty Ghosts, I can't believe when they added Michael Myers, they didn't give him a knife to slash. He used an axe.
Yeah,
like a fire axe.
and this in the map that he was on is a fucking a swampy camp in the woods instead of an urban neighborhood. It's like they could only afford just the character and the music, and they couldn't get like a generic looking Haddonfield or whatever. At least with the Predator, it felt more immersive.
At least we got Snoop Dogg as an announcer.
Oh, don't give them ideas. They might think about selling announcer packs again.
Please, no.
Could you fucking Warzone with a Snoop Dogg announcer? Hey yo, you gotta get away from that gas. Faux shizzle.
Except it'll be some kind of cringe like streamer this time.
Yeah. He'll be a cringe streamer.
Before they'll give us Dr. Disrespect as an announcer for Warzone.
Oh jeez. Oh, they would do that too, cause he's like former Sledgehammer and all that. He fucking designed some of their maps.
Pain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that just reminds me about him and a bunch of other streamers are like, Halo Infinite's not gonna last that long. They're gonna need to add a battle royale to it. Like, fuck you.
Did you see like they did something with Dr. Disrespect in Halo Infinite, despite him ragging on it and judging it for not having a battle royale.
They did?
Like I think it was a armor color or like a armor set or something. I'll have to look it up later, but it's something. And people are just like, why are they doing this when he's the one that specifically was complaining that this game's gonna fail because it needs a battle royale mode.
Fuck battle royale. The only reason Call of Duty is in a state now is because of how much Warzone exploded. If anything, if we didn't have lockdown happening, Warzone probably would have just went the same route as Blackout and then just die after the yearly cycle.
Can we resurrect Blackout?
Can they just bring the Blackout map to Warzone? Like just
can they add emotes?
Emotes that put you in third person and you can't control your character until it's over.
You're dancing on somebody's grave and you get wiped out by a third party.
you, you're dancing over like a team with Adler, Rose, Paulina, and Stitch or whatever, and then you just get sniped and and it's a quad of Russman.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
When are they gonna add Victus?
Never. They're in the dark ether.
They're gone. Oh yeah, watch them try to do that too. Like they start realizing that no one's liking Vanguard zombies because Treyarch did such a rush job with it that they're just like, all right, new plan. You're gonna rescue Victus. That was the old friends that Pack was talking about at the after credit scene for Cold War Zombies.
Peck's our savior.
Peck saves Victus, and then the Call of Duty the clickbait YouTubers gonna be like, "Does this mean we could get Ultimus and Primus back?"
Was Peck right all along?
Is Peck based?
Peck saved Call of Duty in 2021.
Get a Peck operator.
Pre-order now. Get the Peck operator pack.
and, and they don't even have a model or anything of him yet. They just have that same exact image of him, just of his when he talks to you in game. It's just it's just that picture of him or of Jaeger.
Pre-order now. Get the Dr. Jaeger operator pack.
It comes with an emblem of his icon. Where he's just
it's all
looking.
zoomed in. It's not even the full thing. It's just most of his face.
Why does
Why'd
he
they
have
to do this?
He's a fucking gremlin. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we just had to come on and malt because the new map came out. All the Vanguard weapons were implemented. Oh no, yeah. Here's another thing. They're still they're fucking glitched. The fucking what's it? The Wheelie or whatever, that break action revolver. You'll spawn with it by default, along with some other weapon, but it comes with the sight. And the thing is that when you reload it, the barrel and the chamber and stuff will move, but the sight will stay in place. So when you're reloading it, it just clips right through the cylinder of your revolver when you put the rounds in. It's just so fucking stupid. And if you equip certain weapons as your favorite with your character walking around, sometimes they're not even gonna hold it correctly. I had my character hold a Thompson, and his fucking arm was broken in half.
And with some of the operators, you equip certain guns, you look at their wrists on certain skins, and the models, it's they don't rotate their wrist with it, they just rotate the upper hand, so their wrist is deformed and twisted, and it's getting scrawnier as they're holding the grip. Not the grip, but the front of the gun.
Yeah.
The barrel area. They don't rotate the forearm part of the wrist and stuff with their hand when they're holding in certain skins.
Yeah.
I noticed that in Cold War too.
Yeah, if you it's like if you load up Gmod, and you download an absurd amount of gun mods without getting anything compatible with it or whatever, and then you equip it in game, your character's wrist is just gonna be a void. It's just gonna be twisting around, and it's folded like paper.
Yeah.
Let's go! Great job, AAA team.
But I don't know. I'll probably just I'll stick to Cold War. It's a real shame that why do they release all the cool stuff at the end of the previous COD's life cycle? Ghostface, completely different operator, voice lines and everything at the end of Cold War's life cycle. These cool skins at the end of Cold War's life cycle.
And the same thing
More
too.
packs.
It's same thing too. We didn't get soap in Modern Warfare until like halfway through Cold War's cycle. And not only that, half of the time it was glitched where some people got it and others couldn't. You know, a lot of people also kind of roasted how it's like, oh, it's not Soap because it's not his voice actor or he doesn't sound like him. It's a rebooted Soap. His backstory literally says he's the youngest member to be selected into the SAS program. So this is a younger Soap. He's even both him and Price have the same first name. So this one he's called Johnny Soap McTavish, and all the and he came with the new Scorpion Evo.
I don't know. I feel like they could have done. They could have at least done a better like job with his thumbnail and stuff.
Yeah. But
They're like, that's not soap, that's detergent.
Yeah, that's not soap, that's shampoo. But another thing too is that if you bought any of the Modern Warfare items that came out after Modern Warfare's Season 6, or that came out after Cold War came out, they'll be marked with Season 1 of Cold War, meaning that all of those were supposed to come out last December, but because Cold War integrated with Warzone and all that happened, then they were pushed back from releasing all of those until like months later. It's like, if people buy this stuff that's meant for Modern Warfare, that means that they won't be spending any money for Black Ops Cold War, which means that people won't be playing that one as much because they'll still be playing Modern Warfare. Quick, let's glitch the Modern Warfare multiplayer. Let's remove the perks abilities so that they don't even do anything at all. Okay, good. People are doing a glitch to put Cold War camos onto Modern Warfare guns. Quick, disable the ability to modify your loadouts in game. There we go. That should fix that. People playing as Cold War operators in Warzone. Let's disable that in Modern Warfare multiplayer. Let's disable that.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Activision stuff just killed off all the online servers for the last gen of Call of Duty titles. Not the PS4, but the PS3 and stuff titles.
Yeah. So I can't even play original like Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare Trilogy, or all those. No, I bet the only one they'll keep up is last gen Black Ops 3.
Jeez.
The servers will be up, but no one will be playing them. Speaking of Modern Warfare and the ways that they've fucked it over, this time it's basically virtually unplayable. You can't Specialist doesn't work, so you can't get perks as kill streaks anymore, and occasionally in game the menu for selecting your class will just pop up out of nowhere while you're playing the game. So you'll be doing something like trying to get some kills, and then select your class. Select your class, and it'll just get irritating. So they've actively been trying to kill off Modern Warfare just to get people to play the newer games. First to get people to play Cold War, and now to get people to play Vanguard. And no one's talking about it, because all Call of Duty YouTube and Twitter are talking about is what's the new meta? What's the newest glitch on the map? What's the newest way to level up? How to get free COD points? We disabled dislikes, so now you can't see if it's a fake video or not. How to use the best loadout to commit genocide against the people of
Baba Booey.
And how to get to max level quickly or whatever. Buy Doritos.
Best glitch spot in Caldera. How to level up quick.
Yeah, how to get
unbannable.
How to get under the map and kill everyone and get Warzone victory. And none of them, these people that make these kind of content are part of the problem, because they don't address the issues. They just make videos to just mooch off of whatever's the newest thing. Most cases, yeah, because it's because of the grind and all that. But a lot of times they're doing it and they're promoting their creator code out. They're like, oh, use code Eat My Ass in the battle pass today, and all this other stupid shit. It's like this video is sponsored by Activision or whatever, and
It'll help me. You won't get anything, but it'll help me grow, even though
yeah,
I'm big already.
yeah, they're not talking about this, and only a few content creators I've seen have talked about it, but they're not big enough to really spread the word around. And that's the worst part of it, because everyone else that sucks Activision's dick to get their videos to like millions of views talking about whatever's the newest meta loadout, and Activision is just going to continue like those lawsuits, all that stuff. They're just going to recover from those by just selling more $20 bundles that have meta loadouts in them with like whatever's the meta of this weapon. They're just going to keep releasing those, and they're going to recover from that. It's not even going to be a big problem for them. I hate it. So, don't buy Vanguard. Don't play Warzone. Play Halo Infinite. Go play some other games. Go play single player games. Go play something else.
Go play fighting games.
Go play a fighting game. Yeah, BlazBlue, Central Fiction, and Cross-Tech Battle are getting rollback netcode, and Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is coming out for Steam and for technically last gen, but who owns current gen?
We're finally getting the patch we didn't get on last gen.
Yeah, we're finally getting the patch that all the arcade versions got.
Finally, I won't die instantly to, like, Margaret suplexing me twice.
Yeah, just go play some other game. Don't play Call of Duty Warzone. Don't play Vanguard, because they're killing off Modern Warfare, and and they're probably gonna do the same to Cold War in some way, even though it's not connected to like the Warzone client or anything.
By the time the next Call of Duty's out, it's probably safe to say Modern Warfare is going to be fully dead at that point if they keep going down this path.
Yeah, even if it's gonna be like Modern Warfare 2 or whatever, it's just gonna be over bloated, and not only that, save your hard drives in space. Just delete Warzone, and put like a whole bunch of other games on there.
It's bad enough Vanguard does the whole, like, smaller file size stuff, but it's for Vanguard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's all we have to say. This has been Big Fella's Malden Malder, Maldern Warfare 2. I'm Malder. This is Mald.
I'm Mr. Mald.
And we'll see you next time in the next episode of Big Fellas.
Yep. See ya.